So, the problem we have in our world today is that those who have been called to practice military Christianity are still practicing civilian Christianity. Now, I say this to the world in general, Christians all over the world in general, to African Christians especially, and to Cameroonian Christians in particular. Cameroonians. We have heard of the prophecies about Cameroon. We've heard of the revival that will be triggered from Cameroon to the world. And that revival, which begins in Cameroon, is going to spread across the whole world. Do you think that revival is going to run on civilian Christianity? Is God that short of ideas? Do you think the revival that was prophesied about concerning Cameroon, great men of God have spoken concerning Cameroon, do you think it is going to run on civilian Christianity? I don't think so. I trow not. No. The problem we have with Cameroon Christianity is that Cameroonians who have been called to practice military Christianity are running to Nigerians and Ghanaians to learn civilian Christianity. How would you learn something that you've not even been called for? Imagine a military man coming to civilians to train him. How is that possible? How can a special operations commando come to a civilian who is a teacher to train him? It's not possible. Cameroonians, we cannot receive our training from Nigeria or any other country. I repeat again, we cannot receive our training from Nigeria or any other country. No country can mentor you. No country can mentor us. Why? Because we have been called for another life, for a deeper life, for kingdom military Christianity, which is far different from civilian Christianity. In civilian Christianity, they do Wednesday Bible study, Friday prayer meeting, Sunday worship service. In military Christianity, they meet when God says we should meet. In civilian Christianity, they do follow-up of members. Oh, did you not come? Oh, why did you not come? We came to check up on you. In military Christianity, you're disciplined if you did not come for training. Can you imagine military people following up the other one? Now I want to follow up my brother if he's coming for work or not. Military? Follow up in military? In civilian Christianity, they do invitations. Oh, please, can you come for the meeting? In military Christianity, they compel. And I'll show you that in a moment. It's compelling. It's not inviting. Can you imagine military men coming into the quarter and begging people? Please, can you go down? Can you please go down on your knees? Military man will tell you, can you please go down on your knees with his gun? He will tell, can you just please go down, please? Please? A military man. Of course, we know how our Cameroonian military works in this country. Yes, we know how it works in Cameroon. We know how it works. Cameroonians, you know them now. Imagine you meet a bee, and a bee is, you say, please, the bee is telling you, please, can you go down on your knees? Bee. You must be joking. Now, I want to get into the word and show you what civilian Christianity is and military Christianity is. Let's get back to our parable in Luke chapter 14. And the servants went to the streets and lanes. Don't forget the streets and the lanes. And invited, don't forget inviting. And invited them, and the house was not yet full. And they came back to the master and said, Master, we've done what you said. We've invited the lame, the poor, the broke, the rich, not the rich, the maimed, and the house is not yet full. And the master said, no problem. Now he sent other servants. Now, who are these other servants? Me talking to you here, I'm one of them. You listening to me, you're one of them. You with a cry in your heart, crying for an expression, you are one of them. I've met people who used to be fans of great men of God, even in Nigeria, in Ghana, in America. And they now tell me, they say, when we listen to them, we no longer feel that satisfaction we used to feel before. And I tell them, because you have been called for military Christianity. No, I don't hide it. I tell you, you've been called for military Christianity. Listen to this. Until you understand what your calling is, what your path is, you will keep toiling in ministry, toiling in life, toiling in whatever you're doing without results. Never forget this. Never forget this. I'm talking this to my Cameroonian brothers and to all conservatives and Christians around the world who are seeing or who are having a hunger in their heart to have a different kind of world that we live in now. They want to see things change, and yet they cannot find it in the four walls of the church. If you never understand your part in life, you want to go the way of every other person, it's not going to work. It's not going to work. And they came back to the master and said, Master, the house is not yet full. Now he sent other servants. Of course, the Bible does not say other servants, but I understand from God's way of doing things that there were other servants, and I can prove it. Look at the parable of a man who went out at 6 a.m. and took some people, 9 a.m. and took some others, 12 a.m. and took some others, or 12 p.m., 3 p.m., and 5 p.m. Different times. So he sent other servants and said, now go to the highways and the hedges and compel them to come, that my house may be filled. What are the highways? Imagine going to Douala Yaoundé Road. That's the highway. Stopping every 70-seater bus that is coming along that way. They stop, get to the wedding. No. Of course, if you invite them, they will not come. If you stand on the way and every 70-seater bus passing, you're trying to invite them to come for your party, they will not come. Imagine people traveling by bus, for example, from UK to I don't know where, and you're asking them to stop on the way and come for your party. Who has your time for that? Those people need to be compelled, not invited. Not invited. But I want to get deeper into this after the break.